Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Wrap. It's the Mikoncast. You know how it is. Whew, episode 25. Here we are. We are halfway to 50, which is halfway to 100. So we are a quarter of the way there. Right? Quarter. Yeah. Pretty excited. Not gonna lie. To get there one day, but that's pretty far off. How are we doing? I'm not. I say that when I'm live. I'm not live streaming. I'm kind of used to it. It is currently it's 11:07 p.m. on Thursday, June 3rd, 2021. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna be outright honest. I am really tired and out of it. Um, I mean, I'm still down to record, obviously, because if I really didn't want to do it, I wouldn't be doing it. I do want to do it. I do gotta push myself a little because I was gonna do this yesterday actually, but a bunch of stuff came up. Um, I was gonna do it this afternoon, but you just get carried away with things. And to be completely honest, I kind of prefer recording at night or when it's dark out anyway. So, here we are. Yeah, the plan was to upload it today on June 3rd, but I'm not gonna upload this late. So I'm gonna upload this tomorrow morning and or afternoon. But I'll get it all ready. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? That's Marcel. That's my little kitty Marcel. All right, I need to go let him. Hold up. Let me see the awesome. I don't know how that. Okay. The awesome thing with OBS is that you can now. Maybe it's always been a thing, but I just discovered it because it just got put on the. I've just recently seen the button for it, so I'm assuming it's recent. But you can pause recordings now. So usually, if I wasn't, since I'm not gonna edit that, like 15 seconds. I mean, getting up and letting them out, then walking back and putting my headphones back in. You normally would just keep that in and be like, all right, you're just gonna hear me doing that. But I just paused it, and it was just like a snap, and that's really helpful because if I ever drink too much water before or during which I do a lot, if I have to go to the bathroom, I can just pause. So that's actually super cool that I can do that now. So thanks OBS. That's because that's really like the only part, like the only editing I really do, I would ever do, or would ever have to do with this podcast currently. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, episode 25. I have a few things to talk about today. Um, Honestly, not. I all my topics are pretty different from each other. I'm just rattling off a bunch of things that I want to talk about pretty much. Just things I want to cover, things that are going on, things I find interesting. Guess we'll get right into it, eh? I don't really have any anecdotes or stories to tell beforehand. Usually, I always want to have something before I get into like the topics I have planned. I want to go on some kind of rant about something. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm just talking words as much as I can right now. Um, just to keep this going. Um, yeah, I went on 3 walks today. I'm going on a lot of walk. Last week I started going on a walk every morning or afternoon. With my dog Cece. I'll take her. I'm on a walk, and I'm still doing that. But the past couple of days I've been doing 2 walks a day. I do one in the morning or early afternoon with Cece. Then I'll go a bit later in the afternoon, at some point, or just like whenever I can. And today I went on 3 because like I was bored. I was like, you know what? The new idea I'm gonna try to implement. I'm gonna try just going on one, even if it's just like a short. Every time I get in like a unproductive rut or something like where like I'm not doing much. Like if I were just like sitting around like for too long, not doing something, um, non-productive. I'm gonna try doing that. So we'll see how that works. It's also just good to get more exercise. I'm generally trying to exercise a bit more recently, and walking is it's great exercise, and it's also just nice to walk outside and enjoy the weather. It's been pretty humid and hot though. It is June now, but tomorrow it's gonna be summer weather is pretty much full on. I mean, for the past like month, it's kind of been like touch and go, but for the most part, it's been around like 70, early mid, or low mid 70s. Kind of, I don't know, just mainly around there. But from here on out, I'm on my weather app on my iPhone, and from this Friday until next Saturday, not Saturday, in a couple of days, next Saturday, it's the lowest temperature is going to be 81 according to this. So summer weather is full on now, over here. That's great. Saturday and Sunday are supposed to be 90 degrees, full sun, not partly cloudy, not not cloudy, not rain, just full on sun. So that's gonna be really cool. Look, I like the heat way more than I like the cold. I would rather be like extremely hot rather than extremely cold, but neither are fun. Like 70 to 70, like 3, something like that. That is like the perfect weather for me. Spring weather. I've talked about this before, but man, I used to really enjoy. I used to enjoy summer and be like, it's cool, it's summer, it's nice weather, but I don't know. Now I've changed. I mean, it's better than winter, sure. Temperature wise. Yeah, I prefer to the to the cold, but I've just grown to have a disdain for it. A disdain? Did I say that? I don't know. Spring weather it's just god tier and perfect. I wish we could have spring weather like all year round. Fall weather is just uncomfortable. Like it's just like slightly uncomfortable most of the time, and it just makes it. Ugh, I don't know. Spring weather, spring's gone, and I'm really depressed kind of about that. Summer's okay, but God, spring, I'll miss you. Until next year. It goes by too quickly. It went by super quickly this year and last year because the last couple of years are when I've really started loving spring. And of course, when you don't really like something, it's gonna drag on because winter always drags on because I'm not a big fan of it. And I feel like this summer is gonna drag on now now that I've grown to dislike it. Well, that's my mini rant on weather, and I stalled for a few minutes. I got to 8 minutes and 21 seconds, so that's pretty solid. That's good enough for me. It's good enough to get into the topics. I feel like I can end up talking for a while, anyways. I always underestimate, even if I have like very few things, like on my, notepad. I always manage a way to kind of stretch it out, or like while I'm talking about something, I'll think of something else. That's kind of how it works. That's what we're going with. Yeah, like I said, I already know what I'm going to be putting in the title. The main topics I'll be putting in, they're all going to be pretty different from each other, but yeah, well, why not? This is a variety episode. I mean, most are, but this one especially, these are all pretty random. Start off with some music. Ooh. Eminem Killer remix featuring Jack Harlow and Cordae, formerly known as YBN Cordae. He has disbanded from the YBN group. He's now completely going solo, which is cool. I like Cordae. I listened to The Lost Boy a couple of years ago. Really solid. I can't wait to see what he puts out next. And Jack Harlow, on the other hand, he seems really cool. I've never listened to a project. I've listened to like a couple. I've listened to like I've listened to a handful of songs and verses by him. I've liked everything I've heard. He seems like a really funny, cool guy. Maybe I'll listen to one of his albums or mixtapes at some point. But I really love the that What's Poppin' remix. With the baby, Tory Lanez. I know Tory Lanez. He's not. I don't like Tory Lanez anymore, but I liked him when that song came out because he did it. At that point, he hadn't shot Megan Thee Stallion, so I know he still says he didn't do it, but come on. And then Lil Wayne, yeah, that was a great remix. I played that a lot last summer. That's when it came out, right? It was, I believe, yeah, it was last summer. Man, not long ago, right? Let me check. This is gonna bother me. What's popping? Drop, settle down, open up shop. Yeah, June 24th, 2020. It's gonna be a year old later this month. God, I hate that. Cause I don't know, man. It's weird. Just I mean, I'm sure like a lot of people have this, but ever since quarantine started, ever since COVID hit the world, I feel like everything has just been like the past year has just been like one just like long month, pretty much. It feels like, because like in past years, when a year would pass, you'd be like, oh yeah, at least for me, I'd be like, in 2019, I'd be like, oh, 2018, like that was like a while ago. That feels like a while ago, but it's mid 2021, and just a year ago, shit really hasn't changed at all. That kind of bugs me, actually. I'm kind of getting it'll mess me, but it's probably gonna mess me up if I talk about it too much. So I'm gonna move on from that. It doesn't matter. It's 2021. Who cares? Time. It's just a it's just a calendar. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything. All we do is cycle. All we do is spin around and get like the sun and move, whatever, how that shit works. I don't know if we move around the sun. I know the sun doesn't move. However it works, I don't care enough to think about it. So I'm just gonna move on. And yeah, it doesn't even matter anyway, so who cares? But what was I? How did I even get here? Oh yeah, I was talking about the What's Poppin' remix. Anyways, back to the Killer remix. So yeah, it was announced. Killer was a song featured on Eminem's Music to Be Murdered by Side B Deluxe Edition. I really love that project, but Killer probably was my least played song, and probably least favorite. It's just like the chorus is a little yeah. I'm not a fan of Eminem. I'm not a fan of his chorus that much on that song. It's just a little weird and awkward. For me, the verses are great, of course, but the chorus and the beat, it's not typical Eminem fashion. I mean, I like when artists go out of their comfort zone, but that song didn't hit that much. But it's still a solid song. And when it was announced, when I saw that Jack Harlow was on it, I haven't heard much Jack Harlow, but just from immediately, just remembering the beat, I know Jack Harlow would absolutely slide over that beat, and he definitely did. They all had really good verses. Jack Harlow, I mean, he was smooth, he was slick. I like the one line where he goes, I'm on a song with my idol. I'm a cold-blooded version of the song title, because the song's Killer, cold-blooded killer. I mean, I don't know, just shit like that. Then he has a line where he goes, I'm a bitch bagger, not a Twitch streamer. Bitch bagger, not a Twitch streamer. He's a funny guy. Corday's verse was good. I liked hearing him on the beat. I don't know. His verse was kind of missing something. It seemed like a little empty. Like it wasn't like his bars or his flow. Like, I don't know. I can't pinpoint what it is. I probably should have listened to it again before doing this, but I didn't. Eminem had a new verse because he had like 2 or 3 verses on the original song. He usually does 3 verses on each song, so I'm pretty sure he had 3. But Eminem had a new verse, and my first listen, he does in typical Eminem fashion, he does go kind of fast on some parts. My first listen, I was like, I mean, like, look, obviously, he's my favorite rapper, right? And I do. When he goes fast, it is impressive. But I won't lie, um, I don't listen to him for a fast rap at all. I mean, like I said, when he does it, it's good. But personally, I'm completely good if he doesn't do. I'm not bothered when he does it, really. But like, if he doesn't do, I'm not gonna be like, oh, where's the fast rapping? It really just it depends on the song, maybe who he's doing the song with. I didn't see a need for him to go fast on this song, but I guess why not? I mean, he's just kind of having fun, just rapping, showing his ability. It has grown on me. I won't lie. His fast parts on this song, they've grown on me, and I actually do kind of like it now. But it was solid. He said that the tiny little beef with Snoop Dogg has been squashed. Goes called Snoop, we all cool. Me, Dog, and me, Snoop, and Dre. Cool. I don't know. I can't remember the exact line, but pretty much, Eminem's cool with Snoop Dogg. They had a little problem last year when Snoop Dogg someone was asking him about can't remember the exact context. Someone was asking Snoop about like top 5 rappers or top 10 rappers, and somehow Eminem got brought into the mix, and Snoop says something like, "Oh, I don't need that shit," or something like that. It did seem a bit disrespectful. I can see how how M was offended. In Zeus on side B, he had a line at the end of the song, or a few lines going, "Last thing I need is Snoop Dogg me, damn dog. He was like a damn god to me. Not really. I dog backwards." So he threw a couple just small jabs on it. It didn't turn big. It was never gonna turn big. I mean, it's Snoop Dogg and Eminem. I don't know how it happened. Like I said, Snoop, he did that one comment. I mean, the comment about him not having like Eminem's like top 10 rappers, completely understandable. That's not everyone has to have him. That is completely understandable. If people say if they don't think M's top 10, I'm like, okay, that's fair. I'm not one of those weird Eminem fans where I'm like, you have to have him in your top 10. Have you heard how fast he raps? His lyricism is unmatched. I mean, look, I think he's like the best in a lot of what's the word I'm looking for. Um, I don't know, forget it. But I understand when people don't have M in their top 10. But yeah, the comment where you did say, "Oh, I don't need that shit," that seems like, whoa, that seems pretty dismissive. And they've always been cool with each other, as far as I know. But they talked, everything's okay. That's awesome. I don't know. I don't know how it started up, but there was one of them mentioned. There was some kind of rumor, or maybe it's just like an idea or proposition that for the next Super Bowl, the halftime show could be Dr. Dre, and Snoop, and that would be amongst one of the best Super Bowl performances ever. Mainly because it would be artists that I'm actually really into. I mean, The Weeknd was good. I'm not a massive fan. He did some. I've still only heard after hours, to be honest with you. But I also want to see Weeknd because it was an artist that I actually was at least pretty semi familiar with. I mean, he played his hits. I knew his hits, like The Hills and all that. But regardless, Eminem Killer remix, really solid. I've listened to it quite a few times since it came out. Not a whole lot, but I like it. I'll keep listening to it. Oh, in a half hour. I'll probably still be recording by the time it comes out. Lil Baby and Lil Dirk are releasing their collab album tonight. Let me see what it's called. They released a single. I didn't listen to the single. I'll listen to the album when it comes out at some point. I don't know if I'm gonna listen to it tonight. I'm pretty tired. I might listen to it in the morning. I'll see. Yeah, so the song's called "Voice of the Heroes." I'm pretty sure that's what the album is called. So I think that's the title track, but I actually don't know for sure. I don't know if I've said this, but I have kind of recently been interested in kind of really getting into a modern mainstream trap, rap, because what got me really interested in Lil Baby, and I guess now Lil Dirk, was that a DJ Khaled song, Every Chance That I Get. I've heard Lil Baby songs and features in passing before, and a couple Lil Dirk. And I always thought it was. I never thought much of it. I was like, oh, this is good. Like it's sound like he can flow over a beat, but I just never had any interest in like checking out like an album. I never heard anything that made me be like, oh, I need to check him out. But when I heard that song, I was like, I've been missing out on him for a long time. I still haven't listened to a whole project by him. I do want to listen. I want to listen to his album from last year, My Turn, because I heard that one was really good. I'll get to that, but I feel like I'm gonna start. I'm definitely gonna start out with Lil Baby's and Lil Durk's collab album. Because the song that made me interested in both of them was the song with them together. And if that song they gave it to a DJ Khaled, and they didn't want that on their own album, I can only imagine what they have on their own collab tape. So I'm actually pretty psyched to get into both of them, to officially start my journey to getting into them, and I guess really to get into the subgenre a lot more. I mean, I've always listened to a good bit of trap songs here and there, but I've never like really gone into the genre. I've never delved deep into it, and that's what I plan on doing now. I will if I really end up liking this collab album between them, and I bet I will. Because it slowed down, but when that Every Chance I Get song came out, I listened to that so many times, multiple times a day, every day. It was that beat. Oh my. So yeah, that's really cool. I'll probably be able to report back and check out the track list and see how long it is during recording this. I'm assuming I'm gonna go for 1.5 hours. I really don't see why I wouldn't. Because we're already about 22 minutes, and we'll see. And if not, what are you gonna do? So that's all the music I really have to talk. Well, but before I get to the main thing I want to talk about music-wise, what have I been listening to though? I listened to I've kind of started listening to a bit of I've started delving into Weezer a bit. Look, I know the meme. Weezer, it's virgin music, whatever. I get it. It's funny, but I grew up on some of their hits, and only the hits. And recently, a few nights ago, I was listening to just to some old 2000s music. Just some songs that I kind of grew up on. I mean, I definitely have some bad memories and bad times tied with that kind of early 2000s, mid 2000s music. Well, the Weezer I'm listening to, it was the 90s, but it was played a lot along with the 2000s music, so I kind of associate with that, even though it's a different decade. But I guess kind of late 90s, mid to late 90s to kind of pretty much most of the 2000s music. I do have some bad times side with, but not all of it. And I was listening to some of their hits, some of Weezer's hits, and I'm like, you know what, this is really good. They most certainly have some bangers, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to the Blue album, which is what I did, their first album, and it was really good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really into any kind of rock right now. I mean, it's not like heavy metal, but like it's rock regardless, right? And I really liked it. I haven't listened to the whole thing again. I mean, I know the hits. Like I know Buddy Holly, of course. I know Undone, Sweater Song, Say It Ain't So. Come on. I mean, I know. Those are the ones I knew. Other ones I didn't recognize, but pretty solid stuff. So I will definitely keep listening to it, and then I'll most likely get to their next album at some point. So that's cool. Yeah, I was looking through their discography. They have a lot. Dude, they put out like 2 albums this year. Weezer. Yeah, they're still active. Look at them. So, the main album I want to talk about, or main music thing is, dude, this new DMX album, Exodus. First of all, let me start off by, of course, saying rest in peace, DMX. It was really sad. I was really sad to hear his death. I've never been like the biggest DMX. I've always been a fan. I've never been the biggest fan. I won't lie to you. At this point, I've only heard his first two albums. Is Dark and Hell is Hot, and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. I've heard those two, and I've heard now Exodus. I was planning on listening to, and then there was X and continuing his discography, but I've explained how I am with music. Like I just like there are albums like I want to listen to, but I just never get to. Usually for like a long time, because I just don't feel like it. It takes a lot for me for some reason to sit down and listen to albums these days. It's always kind of been like that, but especially this year for some reason. So I meant to listen to it, and I still will, of course, at some point now. Especially now that now this album, it's really gonna get me into. Hold on, I'm changing. I could pause the recording, but let's just do low budget here. See, I'm not a massive DMX fan, but I'm a fan of his, and I do want to get I do plan on becoming a much bigger fan of his. It does suck though. I don't know. I've in my experience, for some reason, listening to artist music that have passed, it's hard for me to do. It just makes me feel like, I don't know. It just gives me off and weird vibes, because it's like I know this person's dead. It should like the thought of knowing that like they're never gonna have another just the fact that that they're not gonna put out any more music. I mean, sure, like their labels can put out unreleased stuff, but that's never the same. It's still it always still has the same feeling of like this artist is never gonna record and put out like brand new stuff, and just like knowing that they're not alive, just like I mean, it doesn't stop me, but it puts a damper on things for me. So that's also what's might make it hard for me to really delve through the rest of his discography, but I really will, because I love absolutely everything I've heard. Except every song, every feature, his energy. One of my favorite like subgenres of rap is just like angry and like aggressive stuff for some reason. I don't know. I love it. Like that's why I really love that Joe Budden album, Rage and the Machine. Not Rage Against the Machine, not to get confused, but Rage and the Machine. That's why I love that album, because that's why I really like Joe Budden in general. Sure, people call him out. Like I'm not speaking. I don't know about him as a person. I know he's done such sketchy things. I'm not defending him as a person. I'm defending his music catalog, because he is an amazing lyricist. He can rap. He can fucking rap. And I hate seeing slander against his music. People intertwine it with his personality, too much. I am a person of, for the most part, separating art from artist, and I don't know if he's done anything like horrible, not that I'm aware of. Like I said, I'm not here to defend his personality. I'm just here to defend the music. But Joe Budden has a lot of stuff like that, and then DMX, of course, he's kind of like he's known for that. He is the greatest of all time when it comes to that. Without a doubt, in my opinion, I've never heard another rapper like him. He is easily one of the most unique rappers. I mean, from distinguishable. There we go. I said it. Distinguishable, voice, distinguishable flow. God, man, his delivery and flow. It's just. He was just so fucking incredibly unique. I don't know. There will absolutely never be another rapper like him, and I was really excited for Exodus. I mean, the album was finished before he passed, so that's always great. I love seeing I love seeing that, and it was only released about a month and a half after his death, because it's when it was planned on being released anyways. And Swizz Beatz, who was always been a super close friend, and a very frequent collaborator of X. He executive produced and also produced a good bit of that. I mean, he executive produced the whole thing, and he actually like produced most of it. I'm pretty sure, and yeah, he said that like well, DMX he would wanna anyways, and the album's done, so let's just put it out now just to honor him. So I absolutely love that, and I love seeing rappers who are like nearing 50. He was 50 when he passed. I don't know. I love seeing like rappers around the age like putting out like albums, because it's. I mean, I won't say rap. Oh, it is. It is. I mean, a lot of rappers themselves have always talk about how like rap is like a young. It's a young person's game for like the most part. Like it is. Like younger rappers should always be like the most like popular, to be it's always good to have younger rappers in mainstream, and always to have them up next, because like I mean, like the older rappers, like like they've had their time. I mean, they can still rap and put on music, but like like they don't want to be like the focus, like they don't want to be in the mainstream or like in the spotlight as they once were, because it's like let the younger rappers have their time, but the older rappers, they can still rap and put on music, because it's their passion. And what's great about that is, I don't know, like I said, part of me like I just love seeing that. Like I just love seeing rappers like not letting like their age like stop them from um you know you know from still rapping and putting out good music. And it allows them to be more free. Like they don't have to focus too much on being what the public or mainstream wants to be. And that's what I always love about, like I said, about older rappers putting out music. And if it's someone like X, like I don't know, just like I don't know, someone like X, I just feel like the older he gets, like the more like grittier and kind of hardcore his music can get. And this album Exodus, and I most certainly feel that vibe. I mean, I was sure I was gonna like this album going in, but I liked it a lot more than I expected. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, okay, look, it is a fairly short album, for DMX, and there's also every track has a feature, which personally, I would have preferred to see some more solo songs. I'm not gonna lie, and I do wish the album was longer, but I'm absolutely loving it. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people seem to not know of the fact that the album was completed before he died, because a lot of people are like, oh, there are a lot of features on it. It's just another one of those posthumous albums that has a bunch of features. That's just a bunch of it's just a cash grab, just a way to tarnish his legacy. It's like, I get you're against the idea of having features, but keep in mind, he was alive for the entire album of making it. The only thing that was added after his death was a verse on one of the songs, because the verse ended up being used. Pop Smoke was supposed to be on the song Money, 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 but it got replaced by Moneybag Yo. And Swiss said that was the only thing that was done after he died, because the Pop Smoke verse got away, which is unfortunate. I kind of wish it. I would have loved it. I mean, the Moneybag Yo verse, I'll get to it. That was great, but Pop Smoke, I'd love to hear DMX and Pop Smoke. Well, like I said, the album came out. The title is Exodus. The cover is of his face from the nose down, and of the tattoo on his neck that says Exodus, which is the name of his youngest child that he had like a few years before before he died. So that was great. It was awesome to see. 13 songs, and dude, let's get into it. The first song, That's My Dog, featuring the Lax and Swizz Beatz. Swizz Beatz on the chorus, A lot of people seem to not like Swizz Beatz. He kind of gets a lot of hate. People don't like when he does choruses on songs. I don't know. I really honestly don't know why, but I really like him. But I guess I can understand. The Locks, frequent collaborator of DMX, and vice versa. The Locks, great group. I haven't listened to a whole lot of them, but I mean, yeah, Styles P, Chic Louch, pretty sure it's it. Yeah, Chic Louch and Jadakiss, all great rappers. Jadakiss is probably like my favorite out of those three. Jadakiss has one of the best like rap voices of all time. Which like if if you know, you know, type thing. That song is great. The beat, I recognize immediately. That was actually a beat that was used on Joe Budden's Rage in the Machine on the track Serious with Joel Ortiz. I don't know how that worked, but I love that beat and I love that song. The Joe Budden one. So I guess I'm like, oh, this is the Joe Budden beat, and I checked the credits, and let me check, and it was produced by Swizz Beatz and Arab. It's Arab music, and Arab Music, he entirely produced that Joe Budden album that I've been mentioning. So I was like, oh, so that's cool. It's literally like the same beat. So, hey, cool enough. I did not expect to hear it at all. Of course, all the Locks verses, they all had great verses. Of course, DMX had to go last. Super menacing, super dark and gritty, and kind of horrorcore-esque, which is always kind of what he's been about. And again, that's kind of rap I love. I love just that like that dark, menacing, flow in the lyrics and the beat. That's just the shit I love to hear. X killed it. They all did. Going into song 2, Bath Salts with Jay-Z and Nas. So I didn't know about this, but this song has been there's been a snippet of this song out there for a few years now, because Swizz Beatz had a beat battle, or like some kind of like producer battle with oh no, I can't remember who. It wasn't Timbaland. It was, I can't remember who it was, but I saw the cinematic of the song came out, 'cause I honestly didn't know, to be honest with you. And he played the song. This is back in 2017. He played snippets of this song. So this song has been the song had been done for a while. This is like the only, every other song was recorded like recently. And during the album, like this is like the only like song that was recorded like a while ago, because you can tell by X's voice that like this song was definitely a little while ago. I feel like Jay-Z too, because Jay-Z, he can still rap the way he does on that track, I believe, but he hasn't rapped like that in a while. So the Nas verse, I knew that one was he references academics, so that was the part of the verse that was played in that battle. So like all these verses were recorded like at the latest 2017. So yeah, that song was amazing, dude. The beat is crazy. Jay-Z opens. Nas goes after him, then DMX. There's no chorus. There was a chorus on it. A lot of people were actually disappointed to get the song finally released, because first of all, like there was a chorus on the original song, and Jadakiss was actually on the original song. And based on the snippet I heard, I do wish Jadakiss was added onto the song. The song, I feel like it's short for having DMX, Jay-Z, and Nas. It's only 3 minutes long. Their verses are all kind of fairly-ish short. They're all killer, but I do agree. I wish Jadakiss was also on the song. He is on the album because with the Locks, but it was. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty disappointing. I won't lie to you. Nas, I'm not gonna lie, Nas killed it the most. Oh my god, I've been re-listening to that song every day, multiple times a day, every day since it's come out. God, dude, not Nas. You need to hear that song. DMX, obviously. Come on, it was insane. The next song, "Dogs Out" with Lil Wayne and Swizz Beatz again on the chorus. Wayne, again, do you have to say every Wayne verse is pretty much killer. I mean, like his projects as a whole, recently have been kind of but his lyricism is always on part. I do like Swizz Beatz' chorus on this one more than the one on "That's My Dog," the first song. But again, it was cool. It's cool to hear Swizz. X killed it. Like the intro, just to show people that this was recorded when he's alive. He shouts out Wayne in the song. He goes, "Oh, Swizz, is what we doing? Weezy, what up?" So, look, that's all I'm saying. I will say though, all of X's verses on the album, they are a little short. I'm not gonna lie. The album's great, but honestly, there could have been more X on it. Like, it does feel like an X album, but I don't know. I feel like he could have put some more verses into it, or could have made verses a bit longer. But I mean, I'm not here to complain. I still think it's great. But I mean, he killed it. He killed it with Wayne. It's awesome to see them collab. And then we have the "Money Money Money" song. Moneybag Yo killed. I've never heard him before. I mean, I've heard the name, but I've never really heard a verse that I remember, anyways. But he definitely killed that beat. All the chorus was like money, 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 bitches. How was it? Money, 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 bitches. All these fucking kills, but a jail full of snitches. Say cheese. Now I got pictures of all the bitches. The dog get hungry, the dog gonna eat. I slide my pate, run their feet. That's the thing. Like a lot of people complain about his voice. Like people go, I don't like his voice nowadays. It's like, I mean, fair enough. Personally, I've still only heard his first two albums. Where his voice was like youngest, in his discography. But I don't mind it at all. I honestly I like the more. I don't know if I like it more, but like I really do like the more raspier and dark, deeper voice he has now. I think it suits him well. It suits like his age well, I think. And like I said, I like that kind of stuff too. Like I like dark, more menacing. But he can still rap. You can see like over Dogs Out and Money, Money, Money. Like those songs, like they're those beats, they're a little more fast paced. That's My Dog. It's a bit, it's more slow and like I said, it's more slow and menacing. Like he was able to go slower. I mean, Bath Salts, that was recorded a little while ago, so that's when he did go a bit more crazy. I mean, I still think he has the ability to spit a verse of that caliber, but. Yeah, good shit. Hold Me Down with Alicia Keys. That was good. Alicia Keys has a good chorus. X, he has some good emotional verses. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was a good song. That one is on the playlist. Then we have Skyscrapers featuring Bono of U2. That was an interesting. I've known of this song for a while because for a long time, they're always like snippets, and it did end up leaking like last year, I believe, or at some point. It was a song with Kanye on it. I believe I think Swizz Beatz was on it too. Originally, like he had a more prominent part. As far as I can remember, it was just Kanye, but I don't know. It ended up going to a DMX, which I have honestly no problems with. Because if it would have stayed with Kanye, it would have never came out. So I mean, the Bono vocals, they are a bit they're not recent, but X's verses they were new, and like I'm a bit of a U2 fan. I've seen him in concert. I've listened. I know a fair amount of their music, not a whole lot, but Bono's vocals were honestly great. I really enjoy that song. His verses are I'm not a really fan of the beat though. Um, there's like a small guitar part in it. Honestly, not for me. Not bad. It's not bad at all, but it's a little like it's trying a little hard to be mainstream in my opinion, but you know, I have absolutely no issues with it. Um, then there's a stick up skit. I mean that one's just a skit. That one's fun. You can go listen to that. It's pretty funny. And then Hood Blues with West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, and Conway the Machine, dude. I mean, obviously, I am a huge Griselda fan, so on YouTube a couple months ago, a snippet came out of this song. Like it was in pieces. There was like a snippet of a of West Side Gun playing his verse, like in the studio, and then there was a clip of Benny and X together in person, listening to Benny's verse, Jesus Christ, do you hear me stutter? Okay, let me try that one again. Whew. Okay, there's another snippet of DMX and Benny the Butcher listening to Benny's verse together, in a parking lot, with it playing out of a car, and then there's another snippet of X recording his verse in the studio, and it ended up on my recommendo day. I'm like, oh wait, they're making a song together. Then I listened to the snippet, and I was like, when I heard that beat, dude, oh my god, that fucking beat on Hood Blues. I knew that song was gonna be insane from the moment that I heard the beat, and just like on those snippets too. No, I didn't know. I honestly thought that it was only gonna be I thought it was maybe only gonna be West Side Gun and Benny on it, because well, in all the snippets of the song that were out there wasn't one with Conway. So I don't know if he was gonna be on or not, but when it came out as a single, actually, it came out a couple of days before the album, so that was really cool that album got the single. So just when I knew that this collab was happening, I absolutely cannot wait. You know, just for the fact that it's a DMX and Griselda, that's oh my god, that's a collab that I never really thought of until, you know, until it was confirmed to happen, and I never knew how much, like how, I mean, it's kind of perfect. That's absolutely perfect, and just with that beat, it really sucks that they're not gonna be able to make any more songs together. That's such a bummer, because Hood Blues, that's probably my favorite song on the album right now. It's either that or Bass Salts, but right now I have to go with Hood Blues just because of how much I love Griselda and how they all killed it. West Side Gun, I mean, he's underrated as a rapper. A lot of people like to hate him as a rapper. I don't think he's the best out of Griselda, but he can definitely hold his own. But he killed his verse. Like he went in more than he usually does. They all absolutely gave it. Their fucking, you know, they all gave it their best, 100%. I mean, how could you not? If you're on a track with DMX, you kind of have to. But Benny verse was a little short. I wish that one was a bit longer, but all his bars, it was all killer, no filler. Not that Guns or Conway's had any filler, but like Benny, I mean, he has one verse where it's like, father these people, how I don't even know my pops. This flip phone that I got don't connect to the Wi-Fi. This new foreign shit with the wood in the door. Had me beefing with some people that I could have put on to make up lies and put them in songs. I mean, come on, Benny. My favorite line has just to be like, this flip phone that I got don't connect to the Wi-Fi. Like, come on. Because if you know, that's the drug phone. He makes illegal calls involving drugs and gang-related activities on the phone. Do you get it? So, I mean, DMX's verse, okay, his verse, I'm not gonna, it took me a couple listens to really grasp, because his voice is the most like raspy, and and rough in a good way. Like I don't think like he like I mean the lyrics were great. His delivery was I mean it's kind of unusual for X, to be honest, but it fit the beat. It's the beat that definitely complements it well. A lot of people were saying, oh, his verse seems terrible. It seems like phoned in. He doesn't sound good. And like I said, my first couple listens I thought it sounded like a little weird, but honestly, I love his verse even more with every listen. It's a grower for sure. I know it's super grimy, super grimy. And I love that. So Hood Blues, insane. DMX and girls. I mean, at least it happened. At least it happened once. I'm sad that I'm not right. Like I'm not really for the whole all the a bunch like posthumous verse releases. Like on and off. And because to XXX and Tentacion, like they ran his unreleased stuff into the ground and honestly made pretty shit music. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not I liked a decent bit of his music when he was alive and putting it out, but yeah, they absolutely ruined his verses, his unreleased stuff. It should have stayed in the vault, and so just for that reason, I'm not always really about that. But hey, if Swizz or someone wants to pull out a DMX verse and put it onto any kind of Griselda related collab, look, I'm okay with that as long as that's good. I mean, Swizz did say that he is open to maybe releasing some more unreleased stuff, like if it's right, like if it sounds good, if he feels it's right. So I don't know. We'll see if that happens. Hey, it's 11:59 in a minute. I'll see. I gotta check out that Lil Baby album real quick. I'm not sure if I'll listen to it tonight. I have a couple stuff I gotta catch up on. I was watching. I was rewatching Super Bad again. Fucking amazing movie. So funny. I rewatched it because I saw that on trending on Twitter that it was McLovin's birthday. If you've seen the movie, like McLovin, the character, he gets like a fake ID to buy to buy alcohol, and his fake ID has a birthday, and it was McLovin's birthday, June 3rd. So I was like, oh, that's funny. I'm gonna go watch that movie again now because it reminded me of it, and I was bored. It's a great movie, so I'm gonna finish that probably. Maybe I'll listen to it. Oh, it's 12. Let me see if the album's out. Oh yeah, The Voice of the Heroes. Yep, that's the. All right, how long is it? First of all, 50. It's an hour long. Oh man, I'm not a fan of albums that long. I guess I'll listen to it in different settings. Okay, let's see who's on it. Travis Scott's on it. Hats off. Meek Mill's on it. Still running. Young Thug. Rod Wave. I mean, all right. Travis Scott. That should be good. Ooh, oh boy, it's an hour long though. I'll see. I'll start it tonight. I'll get a few songs in tonight. I think at least. I don't know what it is, man. Me and longer albums don't do good. I was hoping to be around like 30 or 40 minutes. Well, maybe it'll be really good. Maybe I'll end up wishing it was longer. I'll go on with an open mind. Yeah, how about I live react to the whole album? Maybe just like a 2-hour long podcast. I'll get copyrighted. This will not be able to go up. Are there any solo songs? Or are they both on every song? They're both on every song. Sometimes collab albums they'll have like a song where it's like just one of them or something. Let's see. Okay. I don't think any more music came out today. I don't think. All right, let's finish with this album though. It's Exodus. Song after that was Take Control with Snoop Dogg. It was really cool to see a song with him and Snoop, especially after their verses last year. I mean, like Take Control. It's it's good, but it's not something I'm gonna listen to a lot because it's pretty much just a sex song, and whatever. I mean, I get it. I'm not hating on it, but it's not really Song that'll be on my rotation a lot. And not bad, but that's good. It's good for what it is. Then there's "Walking in the Rain" with Nas, Exodus Simmons, which is the son. He talks on the song a little bit. And Denine. I'm pretty sure Denine. I don't know how you say it. It's Denine or Mr. Porter from D12. So it was cool. He always has great vocals. I mean, X-Ray. It was a very nice and I don't know. It was a great song to hear. It was beautiful. It was peaceful. It was nice. So I don't have a ton to say about that one. I mean, it's good. Nas. I mean, come on. Nas slid over the beat. It wasn't as good as his Bath Salt's verse, but it wasn't as like a up and up song as Bath Salt's was. And then there's the final song, which is "Letter to My Son," parentheses "Call Your Father," featuring Usher and Brian King Joseph. And that song is, I mean, it's a perfect closing song. It's a song pretty much he was just talking to his oldest son, who he's always had like issues, like they've always had issues with each other. It's just one of those sad situations where they just really don't like talk a lot, or like really like at all, and it's just it's just one of those really sad situations where they don't communicate a lot, and it was just some he was pretty much just talking to him, being like you have more siblings now because I have more kids, but it doesn't mean like I love them less, or it doesn't mean like I love you less. He would just tell him that it was just a message telling him to reach out and to kind of like look past their troubles. He mentioned his drug use, and about how how it made his son not want to do drugs. It's very emotional. It's great. It's super sad. I mean, he literally says in the song, he goes like, I'm gonna paraphrase, but he literally says like what if something happens to me and we never got to fix this, and then it'll ruin the purpose of this song, and then and then he died. He died before this came out. It's fucking terrible. It's pretty heartbreaking. I won't lie. And then the end ended with in typical DMX fashion. It ended with a prayer skit. It was this one was taken from one of his Sunday, because he went to Kanye Sunday service a couple times back when he was doing that. And I guess they took the audio from one of his prayers, and they put on this, which is a great way to close. I mean, it's DMX, it's a prayer. You come on, that's like that's one of his signature things for sure. So yeah, all in all, honestly, the album's great. I mean, I don't know for sure what to rate it yet. I'm not gonna get into that. But all I know is that I love it. I like it a lot more than I thought. I mean, I knew it was gonna be really solid, but I honestly really like it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Even though I knew I would like it. So rest in peace, DMX. Stream it if you're interested in it. It's a very much a good quality album. So that's cool. Yeah, moving on. Wow, this is gonna be longer than I thought it would. I need to pick up the pace. I'll try and I'm gonna go through the next stuff pretty quick because I don't have a ton more to say about what I have to say. I could do this into the next episode, but I'll honestly, the chance of me I might not end up doing a solo episode again before it starts. So I'm just gonna do it. E3 is coming up, dude. It's happening this year, which is awesome. It didn't happen last year because because COVID. Now this one, it's going to be an online event, so it might not be as cool as it is in the past, but I think it's going to be really cool regardless. Predictions, I really don't. If you go back on my channel, you'll see in the past I've done I've done like whole ass streams or episodes of my old podcast like dedicated to E3, but this year I really don't just I don't have a whole lot to say. I mean Xbox. I hope we get more updated Halo gameplay. Maybe the game looks like a little better. I'm really hoping that Bethesda comes out with something. Like, do I at all expect to get a reveal of Elder Scrolls 6? No, I don't. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that I don't even know who is like guaranteed to be presenting at this point, because companies are dropping all the time these days. I mean, Sony doesn't do it anymore, which is kind of like, all right, guys are kind of lame. Like, I get it, like you want to go out and do your own thing, but like really, you could be. I don't know. They're kind of weird about Sony's very specific and weird about how they do things. They're not always very consumer friendly. I mean, like, neither is Nintendo all the time, but hey, at least they're doing E3. So Xbox, I just hope to see some more cool maybe some more good exclusives, something interesting. I mean, it's hard for me to really get interested in a game from like trailers nowadays, but I'm going to hope that they have something interesting at least, so something that really gets my attention. Nintendo's honestly the main company or the main presentation that I'm looking for. They did say that they're gonna have a 40 minutes fucking what's it called, presentation focusing on games coming out like late this year mostly, or sometime, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what they said, but 40 minutes. Look, Nintendo, they always pull out at least one big showstopper. So we're gonna get like something big at least for sure. Like at least one thing. It's 40 minutes. There could be something else too. They're gonna have that. Oh. Before we go, here's one last thing, and it's gonna be something fucking massive, like Breath of the Wild 2, Odyssey 2. It's gonna be some kind of like major IP, like maybe Bayonetta 3. It's gonna be something cool, and what I like about that is like that one's pretty much like a guarantee. Like they're guaranteed to do like one thing that's like crazy like that. I can't see what it is, but they could do multiple. You never know. I just can't wait for what their big showstopper is gonna be. I don't have something of what I think it is. I just hope it's something interesting. Honestly, Odyssey 2. Please, I would kill for Odyssey 2. Either Odyssey 2 or Breath of the Wild 2, like gameplay or more of a reveal, or maybe some like they. I mean, it got confirmed at last E3, but we haven't gotten anything other than like a brief a little cinematic intro trailer. So I mean, maybe we'll get like a full-on trailer, maybe like a little gameplay, or at the very least, I think if we do get Breath of the Wild 2, if it is Breath of the Wild 2, it's going to be like a longer trailer and a release date, or like a window at least, maybe like a holiday 2021. I mean, Nintendo, they always have a big holiday, big holiday release. So we'll see what it is, dude. I'm really excited. I wish I had more to say about E3 this year, but at this point, the game industry for me personally, in my opinion, has just been super as of late. Like, I can't think of like the last time that I bought like a new game. Well, I guess Miles Morales was the last new game I got. Like new, I mean, I've bought like older games here and there, but like brand new game, yeah, Miles Morales was the last one. And I still play games. Like let's not get it twisted. I most certainly still play. I mean, not as much as I used to. Over these past few months, but of course I still play. Come on now. Yeah. So like I said, I'm not really up to date, so I don't know really what to expect or what I necessarily want. I'm just kind of gonna be chill with it this year. I'm just gonna go in just and hope that they. I'm gonna hope that something interesting comes out. That's really about it, or something that piques my interest. I wish I had more predictions, but at this point, my mentality is just like whatever happens, happens, you know. So E3, I'm really excited. I mean, I'll be watching it. I'll be covering it without a doubt on the podcast or something. So make no mistake, I will definitely be covering it. Because it's always been one of my favorite things to do on this channel. I'm gonna continue it because that's what I do. So, the last thing I want to talk about, dude, I don't have a ton to say. I'm just gonna talk about it. Well, I watched Cruella last night, dude. I was always I was excited for the movie just because like the trailer it just looked cool. Look, I'm gonna be real. I've never seen 101 Dalmatians. Like I know like I don't know. I just never grew up on it. Like my mom or any family member, like it was never introduced to me. Like I mean I watched a good bit of it. Like I grew up on Lion King. I mean it's Pixar, it's Disney Pixar, so it's not full on Disney, but like I watched what's it called? Like I've watched, I grew up on like every Disney Pixar, but like just Disney. It was really like Lion King. I don't know. I can't think of any other Disney movies besides like Pixar, besides like the Disney princesses movies. I didn't grow up on those. But regardless, like I've never seen 101 Dalmatians, but this movie just looked like really cool for some reason, and also because I really like Emma Stone. I like her in every movie I've seen, and also she voices a character in Sleeping Dogs, my favorite game of all time. So that is of course a great you know a great plus. And dude, honestly, she is an amazing actor. I need to listen to. I need to watch like all the movies she's been in. To be honest, she's great. I don't know. I just thought it looked like an interesting story. I know it's like it is a villain backstory. By the way, I am gonna be doing spoilers like major, I think. So get ready for that. You might want to skip it. Yeah, I don't know if you have any interest. So wait a second. Okay, so I don't know what I'd say about the movie. A lot of people were like, oh, it's just like the film industry like giving like trying to make us have sympathy for like another like villain. It's like, I disagree with that point. I mean, sure, Cruella. She does have a pretty tragic upbringing and story. Like she went through some some pretty fucked up things, but it's not saying like it justifies like what she like the villain she becomes. It's just giving her story. And honestly, look, okay, I didn't know this because I did check this after because I didn't know like really what made her a villain, and this kind of did disappoint me. But I didn't think she did any. I don't think she did anything wrong in the movie. I mean, she's more of like an anti-hero esque. Well, she didn't really do anything she didn't really kill anyone. She was just like no, fucking I don't think she did anything bad in the movie. I'm gonna be real. It's disappointing because I didn't know this. Like I said, I never seen the movie, so I didn't know. She ends up skinning puppies. I'm gonna be honest, man. That really disappointed me. Because I absolutely loved her character in the movie. Because like, I mean, all she did was enact revenge on like a truly awful person, which was the Baroness in the movie. I didn't know what a Baroness was. I had to look it up. I guess they're just like some kind of like low tier British royalty of some sort. Like they're like, I don't know, the Baron and Baroness, like they're held to some kind of high regard there. And the Baroness movie, she in this movie she was like this big like fashion like icon, fashion like designer, just a super she shouldn't even like design her own stuff, by the way. She's a fraud. Keep that in mind. So yeah, she is just like a fucking insane narcissist. Like there are people who have narcissistic shit, but this woman, also plot to a major spoiler, like I said. Turns out Cruella is the Baroness's daughter. And you figure out later in the movie because Cruella. I mean, she gets raised by a woman who isn't her biological mother. The woman who raised her was a maid who worked at for the Baroness. Back in the day, because apparently when she figured out that when the Baroness figured out that she was pregnant, she freaked the fuck out. And then when she had the kid, she gave it to one of her assistant or butlers, like her right hand man butler, and she told him to take care of it. Meaning that she wanted the baby dead because that's how of an insane narcissist she is. And I mean, what happens in the beginning of the movie while Cruella is a child? Pretty much the Baroness ends up killing her the mother that actually raised her. And when she figured that out, she enacted to get revenge on the Baroness, and during doing that, and obviously the Baroness, since she's like how it's like a higher regard, she is able to do crimes and pretty much get away with it for the most part, because once she figured out that Estella, which is who Cruella actually is, when she figures out that Estella is Cruella, she tries to kill her, and she gets away with it. I mean, until the end of the movie. So yeah, so pretty much, she the Baroness, she's just this woman of power who can get away with a lot of shit, clearly. And like I said, when Cruella figured out, or Stella, whatever, I'm just gonna call her Cruella because whatever. When she figured out that the Baroness killed her mom all those years ago, she wanted to get revenge on her. Well, she wanted to get the necklace that the Baroness was wearing because because she grew up with Cena on her mother, and she always assumed that like it was her mother's, and it turned. And I guess during the interaction of when her mother got killed, the Baroness got the treasured necklace back, and Cruella ends up working for the Baroness, not knowing, because Cruella she wants to be the point is like she wants to be like a fashion designer. That's like her dream, and she ends up working with the Baroness, and through working with the Baroness, she figures out that the Baroness killed her mom. Then she wanted to steal the necklace because she saw the necklace on the Baroness. She's like, wait, that's the necklace that my mom wore. And then she talked to her, put the pieces together, figured out that he killed her. Then she's like, ooh, I gotta get the necklace back. And she never intentions of killing the Baroness. So I don't get why people are demonize her in Cruella. Like I said, she ends up getting puppies, which is a disappointment because she did nothing wrong in this movie. I don't think so. She just she just sought out revenge on a a menace to society, like an actual horrible person. Yeah, and it's crazy as it turns out. She ends up getting the necklace back, and then as there's a key in it, and in Alexa box, the butler ended up betraying the Baroness and helping Cruella because he knew how corrupt she was, and he helped her figure out that she was the Baroness was her actual mother, and fucking yeah, she ends up crashing the Baroness is a big like ball event, and she gets the Baroness to push over the same cliff that she pushed her the mother that raised her over, and the cops ended up seeing it. I mean, like, go watch the movie. I mean, if you're listening to this, you've already seen it, unless you don't care about watching it and you're just listening to me ramble about the storyline in a very horrible and unorganized way. But yeah, but she gets pushed over a ledge, but Cruella, she's wearing a parachute, and there was a rescue boat waiting for her at the bottom of the cliff. So she gets out. The cops see it. Baroness goes to jail, and honestly, it was just a super cool movie. I mean, like I said, like after it did kind of ruin it. I mean, it doesn't ruin it. Like, it's still a great movie. And I still like watch it again, but it makes me sad that she ends up like actually becoming like a legit horrible villain in person. Like, why I have to skin puppies? Like, come on. Just why? Like, she's like such like a cool character in Cruella. Like I said, I don't know about the Dalmatian movie. I mean, clearly not really. She's a puppy killer. I don't defend that. It's kind of like the situation like with Joker, right? It's like in the Joker movie, like you feel bad for him because he's just like a poor guy like who's mentally ill. He's never really done anything wrong. He just has a lot of issues. He's gone through a lot of bad stuff, and then he ends up just going too far and he ends up killing people. And that's where you're like, all right, now I can't like you anymore, because like before, he's just like a troubled guy that you feel bad for. And same thing with Cruella, man. It's just disappointing because you want of course you want to really like the character, but it makes it impossible. Come on, absolute disappointment. But regardless, the movie is good, so I'm just gonna watch it and pretend that she doesn't end up skinning puppies. Okay, that's what I end up doing. Emma Stone killed it. I mean, all the actors did. To be quite frank with you, little Dirk's trending on Twitter, probably because the album may. God, why does it have to be an hour long? It's making me not gonna even want to listen to it at all. Oh, Polo G came out the new one. I don't know about Polo G. I've heard he's I've heard a lot of people like him. I've only heard a few select songs by him. It's never been anything that I was like super impressed with. But I don't know. Maybe I'll really get into him one day. Oh, his album's on out. I see him trending. Who's on his album? Dirk, Lil Wayne, Yerbo, DaBaby, Young Thug, Nicki Minaj. That's gonna be a banger. Oh, Pop Smoke is on a song. How many more Pop Smoke verses do they have in the vault? That's what I want to know. I don't know. So I'm looking at an XL's tweet of them tweeting out saying that the Lil Dirk and Lil Baby albums here, and some replied saying mid, need new young boy music. Why are people calling it mid? Everyone's saying like keep it. Keep it. Nobody cares. What? I thought people liked them. Honestly, fuck this. I mean, I really don't. I mean, the album. People haven't even. People have to be trolling or something, because like literally, you can't have listened to the album, already. Like, if you started from the second it came out, you would still be like halfway through it. It's like an hour long, dude. I hate people. I hate people. I mean, I guess if it's just like a troll, then whatever. And I'm gonna listen to it. And in different settings though. I can't sit down for a whole hour, especially tonight. I'm gonna get started on it tonight. I listen to the first like 4 songs or something like that. something like that. So, in conclusion, Cruella was a great movie. I definitely paid $30 on Disney Plus to watch it because I support, $1 trillion monopolies. Wink. I'm kidding. I paid for it. Come on now. You know me. All right. How much is Disney worth for sure? How much is Disney worth? I don't know if you can really estimate that, but like, let me just like see like how much the corporation's worth. If that's even like you can tell, like the net worth of Disney. Like, do they even have like a net worth? Like what? Like, how can they? In 2020, the Walt Disney Company held assets worth a total of over 201 billion. I thought I mean, that's of course an unfathomable amount of money, but I thought they'd be in like the trillions. Elon Musk has like $150 billion. God, unbelievable. Fuck Elon Musk, dude. This is unbelievable. Yeah, man. Speaking of Elon Musk, though, Grimes is in hot water. Wait, 1, 2. Yeah, I don't know. She put out some video on TikTok talking about communism. People are lighting her up because she's married to Elon Musk. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm not here to hate on Grimes, but I am here to hate on Elon Musk. I mean, I'm not like defending Grimes, but I'm not attacking. I don't know. I don't know enough about the situation. I still want to listen to her music, because her music seems pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about that. Yeah, I mean, from what I gather, she put out like a video saying that like the quickest way to communism could be like AI. Then people were like, oh, but if that was true, then like it would just be like it would just be run by like capitalists and like all like the higher people, like like your husband or the main. I don't think they're married, but like but like your partner Elon, which is like, yeah, that's true, but shit, dude. Yeah, people aren't wrong about. I mean, I'm not hating on Grimes, but what people are saying about that. I mean, they're not wrong. She is married to a capitalist. Just don't want communism. It's pretty contradicting. That is weird, but like I said, like I don't hate Grimes. I have nothing really against her. I don't know. This is it's a weird situation because like what she said in like the video. I mean, it's like yeah, like AI could work, I guess. I mean, I'm not a communist. I mean, I'm a socialist, but like I'm pretty progressive on the left. But I mean, like what she proposed isn't necessarily like wrong, but I guess yeah, the fact she's married to Elon. What do I know? All I know is that I want to listen to her music still at some point because it seems pretty good. So yeah, I'll watch. That's in conclusion. I mean, hey, go with Cruella. Watch if you're interested in that. Go listen to that DMX album. Oh yeah, dude, Tucker Carlson. Oh, he had another moment. He was talking. He had a segment on the show where he was essentially just saying that he thinks that America is gonna enter a new wave of segregation between the vaccinated and the non-vaccinated, which is, I mean, like he is super far right wing. This is just typical shit that they spout. Look, I'm saying the obvious here, but get vaccinated. There aren't microchips. Grow up. But yeah, so when he had a part where he's talking about it, and Oh, this was his lead in this was his lead in and how to say how like like there's gonna be like a segregation for vaccinated and non-vaccinated. He starts off by saying like some I'm slowly paraphrasing this first part his first like sentence, but he goes like I think that we can all agree that let me find it real quick. So just so we get it wrong. Pretty much it's him just signaling to his fan base that he is a white supremacist. I mean, we've known this, but it's just him, you know, just signaling. I mean, what he did wasn't an accident. Let's clarify, by the way. Let me find it. God, what a literal danger to society. It was. I think that everybody agreed that segregation was the worst thing that's happened, or working this country ever did. Wait, you'll have to see the video because you can see his lips go to form the like the letter B. I don't. You can kind of hear it if you listen like carefully.
Pretty much everybody agreed that segregation was the worst thing this country.
Yeah, no, it only really hits if you see the video. He's literally about to say B, and you can just clearly tell.
Pretty much everybody agreed that segregation was the worst thing this country.
Was the worst. He was gonna say best. Again, that wasn't an accident. He, as much of a obviously piece of shit he is a very experienced, you know, like television broadcaster. He knows how to say words and you know, he knows how to read a teleprompter and properly. So, I mean, look, we know that he's been. I mean, obviously, we know he's always been like a piece of shit, and you know, like a white nationalist. But it's just sad. It's just terrifying and disgusting to see that he's still just all out in this. And yeah, people are right. He's literally just signaling to his fan base of racist and white nationalists, and it's disgusting. And honestly, this I don't know. We need this guy absolutely deplatformed. I mean, if it hasn't happened, I don't know if it will. But Jesus Christ, Tucker Carlson, please eat shit and leave the face of the earth forever. Maybe someone can make him. I don't know. Look, I'm not saying. Look, I'm not making a threat, but memes aside, though, I don't know. I just think we need to bring attention to it. Just keep letting people know this dude is a literal threat to society, and he is encouraging white supremacists to, you know, do the type of shit they do. You know. Well, regardless, I honestly don't know. Really, what else to say? Hate that guy a whole lot. He's literally the worst. Like I said, the other stuff I said earlier. Go listen to all and watch the stuff I mentioned because it's cool. Look out for E3 if you're interested in any of that. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. This was a bit longer. I was expected to make this. TBH, I expected this to be like 40 something minutes. But hey, I guess like exactly like I said, I never know. I always underestimate how long I can actually go for. So there we are. Thank you all very much. I'm kind of out of it. Like I said, I'm a little tired. I got more energy as I started going, but yeah, no. I'm fading out, man. I'm fading out. Appreciate you guys all very much. I know he made it this far. You are a legend. Sorry, I was making fun of Trump when he said that, because the H Street podcast, they have a soundbite where Trump says that, and I just find it really funny the way he says that. He is a legend. I can't do a Trump voice, but I'm pretty sure he was talking about Rush Limbaugh or whatever, that fucking racist piece of trash, like right wing radio host that died like earlier this year or last year, whatever. Who cares? He was racist and vile. So rip bozo. Again, this is like my third time closing out. Thank you all very much, and look out for more content soon. Peace.